Hello there, it's nice to be with you again. I'm Father Joseph Breen, retired Catholic priest of the Diocese of Nashville, but I'm still quite active in the ministry. And one of the more important ministry that I'm very fortunate to relate to on a number of occasions is the ministry of reconciliation. That's really the calling of every Christian, to reconcile brothers and sisters, parents, spouses. And I have found it my ministry to reach out to so many Catholics who were divorced and then married outside the church without an annulment. I'm sharing this video because I'm challenging you as Catholics. I'm sure you know Catholics, either relatives or friends, who have been married outside the church because they did not get an annulment. They can be reconciled to the church. Pope Francis has used the opportunity many times to educate the bishops and priests concerning the internal form. We are accustomed to what they call the external form. That's another word for annulment. The internal form refers more importantly to your conscience. And this letter from the head of the Congregation of the Faith, Cardinal Sapir, this was in the year 1973. And he brings out the fact that this has been a subject of discussion. So he says, in regards to the sacraments, the ordinaries, the bishops, are asked on one hand to stress the observance of the external form, but also on the other hand, to take care that the pastors of souls, especially priests, exercise special care to seek out those who are living in an irregular union by applying to the solution of such cases the Church's approved practice in the eternal form. As I said earlier, the internal form is really follow your conscience. And what that means is that you ask a couple who has been married outside the church, are they in a good marriage? And most of them will say very, very good. And then you ask them if they were parents, were they good? Very loving parents, they will say. And third, do you have an obligation to pay alimony? And most of them will say, no obligation. Or the few who will say, yes, we do. There's nothing they're doing that keeps them from the love of God. So therefore, they should not be separated from the church. They could come back, go to communion, be totally reconciled to the church. And we as priests and you as Catholics, we need to find those people out and let them know how welcome they would be. What is the second largest Christian group in America? Unfortunately, over 30 million fallen away Catholics. That is a scandal. We need to find many of those 30 million. Welcome them back to the church, and if necessary, apologize. The unfortunate thing, this letter from Rome, which tells them how important it is to use the internal form, it was sent to the bishops. Unfortunately, the American priests have not heard of the internal form because the American bishops, after they got this notice from Rome, they voted not to teach the internal form. And how many people left the church because the priests did not know how to apply the internal form? They did not do anything wrong by getting a divorce, by getting married outside the church. They just didn't follow the rules. And so we are to go out, and I hope this video will help you to find those Catholics will help you to take this video and use it and share it with those people. I have copies of these documents, official documents. They can write to me and mail me anything they want. They can call me on my telephone. They can call me on my email. And my email is very clearly on the computer's iPad, Father Breen at mqangels.org. I hope you really get out and take your faith seriously. Go out and be a good shepherd, and you're going to do some of the most important work that Christ expects of his disciples. Pray for me. I hope you're doing well, healthy and happy. God bless you.